Equinox is a frame in dire need of a rework, a non-synergistic kit and abilities done better by other frames. Her most popular use is a nuke build where you use Day Forms 4 and literally no other ability. It is boring and not something I cover in this video in favor of builds that are more involved and can at least work. We'll start with a more interesting build, her Dayform Summoner build. This build uses the Duality Augment to spawn a clone of yourself that deals 300% damage, and benefits from Summoner's Wrath and Arcane Kamisado. You can't buff it with strength, but you can increase the duration at least. We then use Peaceful Provocation to gain more ability strength with her 3, let our clone get a few hits for Kamisado stacks, which allows us to cast Roar with a decent amount of strength. The main flaw of this build is the lack of any real defensive capabilities. It will get really tricky to keep yourself afloat, and at worst you can start using Night Form to regain shields with her 4. The caveat to that is if you're using her Night Form, you're not doing the thing a build is meant for. Her other build feels much more reliable and doesn't require duality, but is purely defensive. Her Nightform tank build focuses on using her 3 to slow down enemies and her 4 to constantly regain your shields by killing enemies. It is extremely energy hungry, so I've opted for Nourish to help with that. It's a much more reliable build, but it's worth noting that the only thing this build really does is slow down enemies. The rest is just to keep you alive. Full stop, you should just play Jade. She can provide similar support with less downsides and less investment, and doesn't need augments either. She's the definition of mastery fodder, especially her base form that needs to be acquired twice. I imagine she'll get a rework someday, but without a vocal support that frames like Oberon and Chroma get, I doubt it'll be soon. Here's hoping though. I hope you found this video helpful, and thank you very much for watching.